Hey guys, so we're going to do a mixed media painting here. Normally I wouldn't talk during these because they take forever compared to like an acrylic pour, but I'm going to talk, so I'm going to do this one fast, way faster than I normally would, so we can get the basics. So first of all, this is my Liquitex gloss, medium, and varnish, which is pretty much what I use as a glue. So I'm going to go ahead and put a bunch on the canvas here. And then I'm going to be using, I have scraps of paper. So I'm going to be using literally just strips that I am going to place all over the canvas in different spots. And we're going to layer these. Like I said, I'm going to go a lot faster than I normally would. Just so you know, normally I would kind of lay everything out ahead of time and plan it out a bit more. But with this, we're just trying to go fast. So I can get it all on a decent length of a video. And these are just kind of various papers that I've sort of collected up over the years. Some of it's scrapbook paper. This paper right here is actually paper from a bag from a store where I bought some stuff. So that's kind of cool. And you can really use anything. We're going to pretty much cover this whole thing. I'm going to put a little bit more glue in some spots here. Okay. And one thing too is it is totally fine to go off the canvas. You can wrap it around or you can just cut it off. You know, kind of whatever you want. Totally allowed. There are no rules in art, especially mixed media. Okay. So I think we're good here. Gonna make sure that it's all sticking as well as possible. Okay. Now I got my heat gun, which looks like a hairdryer, but it's not. So, because you don't need to watch me dry this for several minutes, I'm going to pause the video and then we'll come back. Okay, we're back. It's not completely dry, but mostly. So I'm going to go ahead and add some gesso. I've got my brush is sitting in some water over here. Says I don't want this gesso to be completely the normal thickness. I want it to be a little bit watered down. Because we do want to see what we put on the background there. We just don't want it to be the focal point. And this is where we also start kind of putting things together a bit. So this, once again, is gesso. And in case anyone doesn't know what that is, it's not paint. It's kind of, I call it underwear for paint. Because you put it on under your paint. Yeah. It helps to maintain the colors over time. I mean, you can use it as a white paint. But anyways, I call it underwear for paint. Alright, just a little bit more. One thing I will say while I'm doing this too is one of the key important things I think, personally, about mixed media paintings is texture. You want lots and lots of texture, whereas with some other paintings you may not. You may want it to be nice and flat and smooth. Not usually with mixed media. With mixed media, kind of the more the texture, the better, I think personally. Alright. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and dry this a bit, and I won't bore you with that, so I will pause it again. Alright, that's dry enough. So now we're going to use some inks. My favorite are the Dylusions Ink Sprays. Hope you can see that. Oh, focus. Okay, good. I also have these Shimmer Mist sprays, which are cool. Really just like any kind of sprays. I love sprays. I tend to buy all the ones that I can find in any color. So that's some sort of a blue. I mean green. Oh, bother. Okay. And sometimes they don't spray like they're supposed to. And then you're like making a video and it's annoying. Okay, good. Let's put a little bit of red on here too. Good. Now, normally, well, yeah, actually. Yeah, so you can totally just let that sit there. I like to kind of soak it up a little bit so that it's not so much. And this can kind of help blend it a bit too. You can use that to kind of move it around. So those are sprays. And then I also have inks, like ink pads. These are distress inks. They come in all kinds of colors. I freaking love inks. I like to put these around the edges. I'm a little worried because my painting's still kind of wet and this might ruin this pad. However, I've had this ink pad for years now, so I won't be too upset. Okay, so that was just a black. Got all these other colors. I'm actually going to dry this a bit because I don't want to ruin all my ink pads. So, we'll be, whoa, uh-oh, out of focus. Oh, okay, we'll be right back. Okay, good. So it's a bit more dry. I'm going to do a couple more inks. This one's kind of a brownish, like an umber almost. And there really does not have to be a rhyme or reason to this. And you know, some of you may think that this looks too busy. And you know, I do get that, but this is kind of my style. This is how I like it. Let's use this one too. This is a little bit of a red. Good. Alright. I think we're pretty golden on the inks. Maybe. Let's see what color this is. This is a blue. Yep. We're going to do a little bit of blue too. I know. Just kind of going crazy. Oh. Alright, now I feel like this is a very sufficient background. Maybe more than sufficient. So we're going to start putting our stuff on here. I've decided that this dude's going to go on here. So, I'm going to go ahead and add some of this. Like I said, I'm pretty much going to use this gloss gel throughout the painting. And once again, disclaimer, I normally would let this dry a whole bunch more in between layers. I do not normally do paintings this fast, but for the purpose of the video, we're going to just make it work. Okay. And I've got this little doggy for him too. So this little doggy is going to go, you know what? This dude's going to move over. I tend to do this with mixed media paintings too. I change my mind a lot. So he's going over there, and the little doggy's going down here. Yep. Good. Now, my awesome, awesome friend Kari got me all of these super cool gears from a show she did. So these are going to be going all over, and she painted them already for her show with a little bit of silver and gold. So I'm not going to do anything else to them. I like them. So we're going to just go to town here. And there is definitely nothing wrong with parts hanging off of the side of the painting. It is totally 100% allowed. I do it all the time. I didn't pre-plan this, so we're just gonna layer upon layer upon layer. This is a cool one. It's gonna go over here. Right. Although I do try to put some, not put all the same size in one spot, you know. Spread them out. This stuff dries clear, by the way, in case anyone's freaking out right now. It dries clear. Let's put just a couple more. Let's go. And I like that some of these are silver and some are more gold. So we're kind of layering the colors as well. Alright, I think I'm going to put one more over here hanging off the side of it. Good. Now this dude's coming off a little bit. Uh-oh. Okay. Good. Now we get to put our other embellishments on here. This is where I get to decide what to do. I do have this lace, which can go somewhere. I think I'm going to put a little piece of it. My hands are covered in glue. Take some of this glue. Alright, I'm just going to put a little piece of this over here on this edge. Good. And now I've got some numbers, some metal numbers, which I'll put over here. Let's see, 089, 098. That'll work. Okay. I've got this really cool key, which I think I'll put in here somewhere. Undecided as of now. And I've got these butterflies. Alright, butterflies are definitely going on here. Okay. So before I go on to this next layer of adding all this other stuff, once again, I'm going to take a quick break and dry this all a bit, and then we'll come right back. Okay, we're back. So I've decided, I think, I was going to forego the key, but then I think maybe it'll go here well. Shoot. No, I just don't know. See, that's the thing with mixed media, is you just, so many options. Okay, we're going to come back to that. For now, we're going with the butterflies, because I know I want these on here. So, Get my glue. Okay, we're going to put our numbers down. Decided I wanted to put them a bit haphazardly, not all straight. Okay. And this butterfly is going to go down here. Okay. One more butterfly here. One more butterfly over here. Good. Now, something always good to add to a mixed media painting, definitely not required, but helpful, is quotes. So, we get to decide what we're going to put on here. Okay, and these, by the way, are Tim Holtz Ideology, the big chat stickers. So, I'm going to do my words are going to go right down here. So I'm going to do create, delightful, dreams. Okay, good. All right. I think we're going to do just a couple more things and then I think we're done. I'm going to paint over these. Well, not paint over. I'm going to put glue over because these are paper. So I want to make sure they are going to stay in there. Good. All right. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Just need a little something right here. All right, one second. Okay. This is glass glitter. Honestly, I'm not sure who by. Probably Tim Holtz, since I pretty much buy everything he's ever made and should probably own stock in his company. So, I'm just going to use this as a little accent. Okay, good. Alright, that is plenty. Definitely don't need to overdo it with the glitter. Okay, there's only one other thing I want to do, and then we're going to call it a day. Oh, there. So this is Art Anthology Dimensional Paint. Oh, I hope you can see that. It's a glossy label. And this color is called Mardi Gras. So I just want to use it to kind of accent these words a bit, which is going to be difficult because my gloss medium is still very wet here. So normally I'd wait for it to dry. But okay. Doesn't have to be completely accented. Awesome. All right. I think we're done. I'm going to go ahead and sign this. Sign it down here. Not with this. Let's see. Somewhere.